'99 pedaling on two wheels. Now he's going to do, well, hopefully not have to pedal his alcohol funny car, as we are set now for the beginning of round number 2.
You're going to
Bobby
get
Martin, Steve Gasperrelli, our first pair.
Intriguing matchups in this round. As we mentioned when we set up the show, that you have a lot of drivers that have never been here. Bobby Martin and his Parker Tech team have never raced here out at this racetrack. They've been here before, but never raced. And you're going to take a lot of the home court guys trying to defend their turf. The Gasperrellis, the Jay Paynes of the world, Steve Harker, of course, from Australia. And I'll let you tell everybody everything you know about Dan Oliver, but that'll be in just a bit. But Steve Gasperrelli, great race here. He's over 200 rounds of competition in the alcohol classes. That starts to separate, you know, the real veterans from the guys who may be relatively new at this. He's won this race 3 different times, loves the track. Plumbing Concepts team, Steve Gasperrelli, his dad Lou. As much a fixture here at this racetrack as almost any team we're going to see.
Been a good year for Bobby Martin. Really stepped up when he hooked up with Frank and Dan Parker. These guys are legitimate 550 players. Probably not going to see that today. It is uncharacteristically warm this weekend in Pomona. That's kept the ETs down, well, just a little bit, with the exception, of course, of Steve Harker, who will come up in just a moment.
It's going to be a top 10 finish for Bobby Martin, regardless of what they do here. They wrapped up the Division III championship. That's big for the Parker family. You can see the temperature. It's warm out here today. Not the kind of temperatures anybody expected, but everybody's dealing from the same deck, running on the same racetrack. And I don't believe there seems to be an advantage on either side of the racetrack as far as lane choice.
Lead for Bobby Martin. Good finish for Bobby Martin. 564, 253 in the Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania native. He's got troubles at the top end. The chute's not coming out. Going to the next round, that much we know. How much damage is he going to have to fix? That's the next question.
That is like the Darlington stripe of drag racing. You come out here to this racetrack once a race, somebody goes into the kitty litter at the end of the racetrack. Chutes just didn't come out. We'll watch it again. 564, surprisingly strong run. Gasperrelli on and off the throttle over there in the one lane. Chutes ought to be coming out right about now. It comes out, but it never fully blossoms. And you can see Bobby right now. I mean, he's still got a whole lot of speed going on, trying to lock it up. He's going to nose into the pea gravel down there at the end of the racetrack. I mean, that's probably not going to tear up the race car a lot, but these teams do not have a lot of resources like the pros. And there you see back on the starting line, the Parker family. Oh, man, it's not exactly what they wanted. Bob DeVore sending the Parkers back into the pit area, saying, go on down and get your guy at the end of the racetrack. So that's your classic good news, bad news.
Let's just listen.
You know, it's probably a good thing you couldn't listen to Bobby right about that.
That's a good point. Pomona kind of got a couple of bumps there at the top end. That's what happens if you carry a little bit too much speed there. It's tough to get that brake on and get that car slowed. Pretty soon it's going to start hopping.
Went a little further than I thought there. Dug in pretty good at the beginning of that. When I said the alcohol cars, and there you can see the revamped, the lengthened sand trap down here, the extra security, safety that's been put in since, of course, the incident in Englishtown, ramped up on both sides. It's a lot longer, and he went in a little bit further than I thought down there.
Now, we talked about it being warm. You saw the track temperature at 99 degrees. That engine considerably hotter. The brakes certainly very, very warm as well. But this is what it is like right now at Automobile Club Raceway of Pomona at Southern California for the finals here. 94 degrees air temperature. Water drains way, way down. It's one of the reasons they're having a lot of fires out here. Everything is basically bone dry, but the track temperature 99. The density, altitude, factor it all in, and it's just a warm day here in Southern California. And here's what it looked like when they tried to pull this car out, and you can see it's buried well above the header, especially over there on the left side. It should be pretty much of a task, especially when your driver's still sitting in it.
Yeah, I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but to get the driver out, it might lighten that thing up just a little bit, but then, hey, what do I know? That really did dig in a lot further than I thought at first look. So they banged up the body on that, I'm sure. I guarantee those headers are a mess.
John, you got Bobby out of the kitty litter yet?
Yeah, we got him out of the kitty litter, and surprisingly enough, guys, the body doesn't seem to be all that damaged, not too much. But Bobby, you won, but then, man, the chute didn't deploy and into the sand. What was all that like?
Well, I was going way too fast when I came to the end to even try to turn. You know, I haven't gone into the sand trap since 1999, and I hate to do this for Frank and Dan and all the guys who work so hard on this car. As you saw, it went right down Parker Avenue that time. So we think we can get it ready for the next round. I don't see anything, you know, really wrong with the car other than all the dirt. We got to do some work to get this thing back, but we're going to do our best.
We'll see you in the next round. Good luck cleaning it up.
And one Pennsylvania guy moves into the semifinals as you take one more look and listen. Ouch. And there's that body that you can see. The good news, the front end of that Mopar not too badly damaged